Drive begins at the 26-yard line. And the first give to the rookie, R.J. Harvey. Good run, you can hear from the Bronco fans in the house. Gain of 10 for the second-round pick. Second and 10, play pass and on the move. As Chris said, Nix loves to throw that way, and he finds the tight end Adam Troutman right at midfield. Gain of 13, Denver first down. Third and 10 against the four-man rush. Nix checks it down and get the first down to the 37-yard line as it hits Tyler Bidet, the fourth-year back.
What they saw on that play right there, where he makes those reads and makes the play.
First down, play action. Nix looking a little deeper. Stop and come back for the completion to the 20-yard line. And Troy Franklin. Play 8. Good-looking opening drive. Harvey to the left. 4 yards. Mark him at the 16-yard line. Chris mentioned J.K. Dobbins. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking towards the trio. It's incomplete. Trying to get it in a quick hit to his rookie, Pat Bryant, inside. He has 3 game winners, 17 of 20 on field goals. Just got a contract extension. And from 33 yards, he puts the first point on the board. Second and 10. Denver brings an extra body. It's out quick to the tight end, Josh Bates. Catch 7 on the season. Dre Greenlaw on the tackle. He'll fake the run. He'll pull it and get it out quick for a nice quick completion to Ertz. Gain of about a half dozen against this Denver defense. Was the head coach in Arizona. Vance Joseph's last stop as a defensive coordinator. His pass complete. It's Ertz again and Washington. Similar physical style. 3rd and 8. Mariota throwing to the sideline. Is that held in? Let's see. Jalen Lane. Nope. Lane going up for it. Got it broken up. Riley Moss, who has been thrown at and picked on a lot. Tyler Bidet is next to him. He's facing 3rd and 9. Washington peeling off their 5-man rush. See how far Bidet, the back, can go. Not far enough. He stopped shy of the first down. Noah Igbenogany. 6th year. This defense is good, and the guy at the bottom of the screen is the reigning defensive player of the year, Pat Surtain. Inside run, Rodriguez with an opening through that defense for a first down at the Denver 47.
Which can be an indication of testicular cancer, and that's what he had. I'll tell you more after this.
Yep, Mariota. Ertz on the run to the 37-yard line. So Washington, drug test from the league. Remarkable story. Fortunate timing, and so great to see him back out there. That's Hufanga from his safety spot, slamming down. Love these situations. 3rd and 12, and you see a run, this time spinning run by Jeremy McNichols for the first down.
Runs 8-9 deep. And it is hard to come up with a scheme that's going to protect the quarterback against all of that.
Jump pass, Mariota intercepted. Down the sideline, Greenlaw's got it. Greenlaw to the 34-yard line. So they moved it down there well.
So Marcus Mariota is one of the really smart guys playing quarterback. But this was really unsmart. He's going to run up, jump up in the air, have no vision where he threw the ball whatsoever, and throw it right into the hands of Greenlaw. That is just, you cannot even come up with an excuse for that one.
Interception number 6 on the season for Mariota.
Much better. We'll get into what they're doing differently here in a minute.
Harvey left. Needed 7, got 6. It'll be 3rd and 1. Go ahead. R.J. Harvey the back. Gonna throw. Nix got it to the tight end. Good move by Troutman. Stays on his feet. Adam Troutman has a Denver first down.
He fixes it, and it's on him, and it's over. And he said, I could coach a long time right here.
Here is Nix. Everything covered downfield. The outlet is Harvey the back. Shoulder down, took a big hit, but he's going to mark for the first down at the 12-yard line. Jeremy. A couple of good red zone targets on this team. They'll use Harvey in the backfield, slung down by Payne. a couple of times on this drive. It's got Evan Ingram at the top. Portland Sutton's always a target down here. Knicks, everything's covered, trying to get away. Does for now, and he tried to get rid of it. It was off of Frankie Louvu. It looked to be an incomplete pass. No call. Here's Lutz. Made a 33. Made another 33. Third and a dozen. Broncos bring 3. Cover with 8. So number 8 takes off. Mariota gets there. First down. So Marcus Mariota uses the legs to keep this drive going. He's played 51 of this first half. Mariota lofting. Ertz got it. Zach Ertz, 22-yard line. Gain of 22. First down, Washington. Colson Yankoff, the tight end, in there as well. Second and 9. Mariota. McLaurin. Terry's got it. Still going. First down at the 10-yard line. First and goal for Washington at the 8. Touchdown, an extra point. They take the lead. Rodriguez off the middle to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Here we go. We got this big double team coming right here, right down Broadway. Just enough. Get off on the next level, did Sam Cosmi, and they walk it in. And I tell you, for Washington, this has been a little poetic. This is
and Knicks protected underneath. Incomplete for the first down. Von Miller peels off to tackle Mims at the 49-yard line. Sutton and Franklin, the 2 top pass catchers. Limited thus far. Knicks and Ingram reconnect to the 18-yard line. Really nice rhythm here now, Chris. 39 to go, and the clock is stopped. Third Denver trip to the red zone. 2 field goals to show. Knicks swing it out. Bidet, the back hit hard by Mikey Sainristil. No game.
oh, man. Could still work the middle of the field.
2 big targets to the left. Knicks looking that way. Not open. Trying to take off. Got it away for the touchdown for Sutton. His knee was almost down, but he kept it alive. Fire to Sutton. Denver has the lead.
He loves to sprint forward, but most guys pull up. No, he doesn't want to do that. He's going to throw and keep that knee off the ground, and touchdown for the Denver Broncos. What a remarkable drive, finished by a remarkable throw. And taking over the defensive play calling has worked. It's a different looking team.
Mariota with fire, and it's brought in by Ertz across midfield. Zach having a good night. Catch 6 on the evening. As he's closing down 35. Hard count, free 5. Free play. Back to Ertz, who's got more than 5. He'll take the middle of the field to the 36-yard line. And a gain of a dozen. Number 36. Fake to Rodriguez. Mariota on the move. Marcus Mariota, 18 to the 18-yard line. This is 3rd and 9 for Washington. And again, they'll fake the run on 3rd and long and throw it inside. And it's caught by McLaurin inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. First and goal. Mariota to the back. Oh, he caught it! Burks! Unbelievable touchdown! Insane stuff.
The one thing that we heard from Dan Quinn was that Burks was so hungry for action, and that is a classic. One-handed, one fingertip over the edge of the ball to stop that thing, hold off the defense. Stop it. That's insane.
Pressure coming from Washington. Picked up, so Knicks takes off to the open space. First down. He plays with experience way beyond a second-year quarterback.
Ready, shot.
Get it in the hands of the speedster. There goes Marvin Mims to the edge. Bumped out of bounds by Will Harris.
That Sticks defense lined up right across where the first down marker is.
5 in the pattern. Nix has some time. Going to take a shot. He's got an opening. And it's caught for the first down by Sutton. He's finally touched down there at the 29-yard line. 5 out inside. Good catch. And the rookie's off to the races. Bryant inside the 5. First and goal for Denver to the 4. Good hit to the third-round rookie out of Illinois. Fullback in, extra lineman Frank Frum as well. The fullback Prentice leads Harvey to the left into the end zone. Denver takes the lead again.
He's getting better, and one of the reasons is right here. You got a fullback in the game, and Adam Prentice, that the last couple of weeks in pass protection and now leading blocking is creating opportunities and creating more time for the young.
From the 31, Mariota out quick and caught again. McLaurin to the 45-yard line. We're talking a guy that had 1,000 yards, 5 straight seasons. Holding this left side, Ertz, the lone receiver to the right, chips and heads out. Mariota puts it up for grabs, incomplete. Burks was going downfield, so too was McLaurin.
You see guys that can fix interceptions or fumbles, but not sacks. They don't fix that.
This man takes very few out of the pocket on the run, throwing back inside and complete. He and Pat Bryant have picked up a real good connection over the last 4 weeks or so. Half a dozen DBs in, Ford quit. Nix double pumps and he threw an interception to Bobby Wagner. The veteran's got it at the 36-yard line. Interception number 2. Tight end Yankoff in the backfield. Play action to throw to him is caught at the 21-yard line. Washington 6 of 8 tonight. Denver brings 4. Mariota throws to McLaurin. Surtain blanketing. Fans looking for a flag. Jake Moody, first game with the Commanders. Again, Zach Trenner, new snapper, just arrived here a couple of days ago. And Moody knocks it in. Tyler Ott, the regular snapper. I'll help you out there.
Nobody thinks like Chris.
2nd and 8. Here is Nix. Ooh, dangerous pass, and it's brought in quick, fast close by Jonathan Jones. 3rd and manageable. Tyler Bidet, the running back. Washington brings 4. Pocket getting congested. Nix goes down. Frankie Luvu comes from behind. Man from American Samoa.
It's a longer journey from Samoa to the NFL, but not by much. Look how far he had to go all the way around and then back towards the line of scrimmage to get that sack, and he just stayed with it.
Leading tackler thus far tonight, credited with 9, 7 solo tackles. Chris Rodriguez runs inside here for Washington as we hit the 10-minute mark. Going against each other here, 3rd and 2. Mariota puts it up top for Deebo Samuel. Hit is McMillan again. Jaquan continues to shine, and that's a 3 and out for the Denver defense. Just one of the best sports cities in the country, and their family adding to that with some terrific ownership of the Broncos here, who lead by 3, trying to extend to 10 and 2. And what a run they get from Jaleel McLaughlin to start this drive. 3rd and 8. Adam Prentice is in. He releases. Nix throws to the fullback, who's got the first down to the 48-yard line. Before he's been taking classes for his MBA at Howard here in D.C. He'll have it in a few weeks. That's Von Miller, picked up by McGlinchey as the pass is thrown complete to Evan Ingram. But Wagner over there along with Igbenogany. Take the inside run. Mariota in trouble. He's going to go down.
No, he wasn't touched.
No. Gets back up and escapes and dives forward to the 44-yard line. On here.
Following video assistance, the ruling is runner was down by contact. They're down.
Yeah, Terry, the next question is, how did he go down? Was it a trip? I couldn't tell on that angle.
Well, we'll take a look at this one. It appeared to me on our original line feed that he definitely lifted his leg and tripped, and he did. That's tripping. Should have been a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Yeah. You see right there, and again.
So instead of this being 15 yards in favor of Washington, they can't put a flag on the ground.
Cannot.
And so now they're going to get basically penalized.
Both backs, Rodriguez and McNichols in. Mariota buying time, throwing for Ertz down the middle. He got it, and it's out. Ertz had it, and as he came to the ground, he got punched out. Incomplete. Oh, big throw and play.
Well, Alex Singleton, the guy who's been through so much this week, comes up with the play of the night.
Ready?
Second and 10. Not afraid to go to the air. Safe pass. McLaughlin stays in bounds. Open field tackle by Jonathan Jones. 3rd and 4. They only bring 3. Nixon's throw is incomplete. They drop Martin back there to get in the way of Cortland Sutton. And Denver will punt it away with 3:09 to go. With this newly laid down sod. 2nd and 10. Great get off by Benito. Mariota going the other way. Got a first down. At the 26. Hit on the sideline. No flag. Gain of 11. 7 across that line. Now 5 as they drop back. Underneath the throw is caught right near the line. Let's see the mark. It is marked short with Ertz. They're just under 30 yards out of reasonable field goal range. From the 37, Mariota in the middle. That was caught at midfield. Zach Ertz with the grab. First down, Commanders. Timing good there. 4-man rush coming for Denver. 3rd and 25. Mariota trying to get away. Keeps it alive. Finds McLaurin. And they'll have a shot at it. They'll have a shot to pick up. The first down is 4th down and about 5. They erased 3rd and 25. Denver brings heat again. The Mariota throw is caught by Samuel. He's pulled down just shy of the 25-yard line. In field goal range, what can they do? Deebo Samuel trying to work on the outside. The 21 and the 20. And pushing there is forward progress stop. Surtain, the defensive player of the year, over there with him. They're going to decide to run here. They don't have a timeout. Mariota tries to get to the sideline, and he does. Whoa, 12 seconds left. Snap was good. Wade put it down. Moody tied the game, and we'll go to overtime. Here in Landover.
Perfect snap, perfect hold, and even the field held up there. We have seen so many people slip tonight. And if you slip on a normal pass route, I was thinking the kicker, he drives in there just as hard as anybody. For the Commanders team, he needs it.
From the 24, it is Nix throwing underneath. Space for the back, R.J. Harvey. He's going to get a little assistance to be carried out off his feet to the 30. Pointing at Frankie Louvu. 4-man rush. He's got time. And in the middle, he's got Evan Ingram inside the 20 to the 10-yard line. Big play from Ingram. From the 11, Nix. Inside route complete to Sutton for 6 to the 5-yard line. Harvey, the running back. He's got it. Left side. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. They want to get there. They go left. R.J. Harvey for the 2nd time tonight with a rushing touchdown.
That was just an explosion of running right there. Right down the defense and barely a finger laid on R.J. Harvey. So
from the 35, and Mariota with a play action middle shot from McLaurin, who's got it at the 45-yard line, gain of 20. And Washington gets going on the opening play of their overtime drive. We'll watch him here on 2nd and 10. Mariota escapes, tries to take off. A lot of Broncos waiting. It's a gain of 4. The 36-yard line. He will give it inside. McNichols Good mixer of a run for 8 yards to the 28-yard line. Mariota again, shot downfield again. Deebo Samuel is down just shy. He's at the 1. Deebo Samuel takes it to the 1-yard line. Game decider. Mariota inside McLaurin, touchdown. Going for 2 and the win. Washington will roll the dice.
No doubt. Here's the pick action right there. There was contact made. There was no call.
Washington for the win. Mariota has it rejected by Benito. And Denver has won 9 in a row. One of the top edge rushers. There's the guy who's going to come and open.
There's the defender, Hufanga, who had to come over and watch him get picked. Absolutely wide open for the 2-point conversion and the win, but for Benito's long arms.
Oh, he gets up too. And as you said, Chris, that's the 86th snap of the night. Benito's been on the field for so many of them in the key spot. Marcus Mariota